Yeah. So I've been watching a lot of lives and like where Muslims like a- and Christians are debating, and they
Yes.
keep bringing up verses from the Old Testament,
Mm.
and some of them are kind of similar to Islam,
Oh,
and what?
I said, interesting. So they're similar to Islam. Okay.
Yeah, and some of them, which I'm gonna ask you about, Islam seems more moral than those verses.
If it sounds more moral than those verses, then Muhammad is in hell because he confirmed the Old Testament. I know what you're going to talk about. Numbers 31, 15 to 18. Is that one of them?
Yes, and
Oh, gee, I'm
also
shocked. Numbers 31, 15, 18. The other one is 1 Samuel 15, 3, right?
yes.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. I've never heard those verses before.
Okay.
Wow.
And
1
no.
Samuel 15, 3. Slaughter all the Amalekites, everything that breathes. Or Numbers 31, 15, 18. Slaughter the women and the boys, but spare the virgins. Gee, I've never heard that.
Yeah,
Okay, now
maybe you've heard them a lot, but
I've answered them 5 million
I'm in my
times.
early 20s, so
No,
I literally just started like learning about religion and so on. So yeah.
I know I've answered a million times, but sister, before I answer that question, you understand if you're still a Muslimah to attack these passages? I'm just saying, if you're an atheist, agnostic, I'd answer you a different way. I will answer you, but I just want to show you if you are a Muslimah and if
Mm.
these passages are immoral and inhumane, you have to renounce Muhammad and stop following Islam and become an agnostic. I'll answer them, but why am I saying that? As I did in the debate with Daniel Hakikachu and Ijaz Ahmed, the Quran says that these verses, Numbers 31, 15, 18, Deuteronomy 20, verses 1 to 20, which is even alluded to by Muhammad in Sahih Bukhari, and it's mentioned, alluded to in chapter 5 of the Quran, verses 20 to 26, that Allah ordered Musa to do this. That's in your Quran. So I'm trying to figure out, do you agree with your Quran that what Musa did, Numbers 31, was from Allah or no?
Can you show me?
Oh, yeah, very,
Um,
very easy. I'll be more than happy. Right here. Let me show it to you. Hold on. Okay. Here
because
you go. Right here. I'll show
I
it to
do
you.
speak Arabic and I do read the Quran in
Plus,
Arabic.
alhamdulillah, I'm proud of you. Okay. Here it is. Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5, verse 20, 26. Okay, ready? First evidence. You ready? Can you
Okay.
see it on the screen? You want to read it or you want me to
Yes.
read it in English?
You can read it.
Okay. Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5, 20 to 26. O my people, remember Allah's favor unto you, how he placed among you prophets, and he made you kings, and gave you that which he gave not to any of his creatures. O my people, go into the Holy Land, which Allah hath ordained for you. Turn not in flight, for surely he turned back as losers. They said, O Moses, lo, a giant people dwell therein. That's the Canaanites, the Amorites.
Mm.
We go not in till they go forth from thence. When they go forth from thence, then we will enter. Not till then. Let them leave, we'll enter. Then out spake two of those who feared their Lord, men unto whom Allah had been gracious. Now, if you don't know the Old Testament, you don't know what this is talking about. This is Numbers chapter 13 and 14. And the two men are Caleb and Joshua. Enter into upon them by the gate, for if ye enter by it, lo, you will be victorious. So put your trust in Allah if you are indeed believers. They said, O Moses, we will never enter the land while they're in it. So go thou, you go, and thy Lord, you go fight them. We will sit here. He said, my Lord, I have control of none but myself and my brother. So distinguish between us and the wrongdoing folk. Their Lord said, for this the land will surely be forbidden them for 40 years, that they'll wander in the earth bewildered. So grieve not over the wrongdoing folk. This is referring to Numbers chapter 13 and 14, where the 12 spies went to Canaan and saw giants. They came back and told the Israelites, Bani Israel, there are giants there. They got afraid, said, we're not going to fight. We're not going to enter and wipe them out. Joshua and Caleb said, don't be afraid, go. They said, no. I goes, all right, then you're going to now stay in the desert for 40 years. So my first question to you is, the Quran says, Allah ordered Moses to enter Canaan and wipe out everything that breathes. Was Allah right?
I still don't see the specific part where Allah
If I have to
said,
make it specific, I'm going to send you God logic. It's telling you that Allah told Moses, enter the land. What land? Canaan. To do what with it? Play patty cake? It's quoting the Old Testament. And it's
yes,
saying what God told Moses to do is from Allah, your God.
but in the Quran it doesn't say you should unalive.
Stop arguing from
everyone.
silence. The Quran never corrects the command given in the Old Testament. It accepts it as it is. Stop playing games with the text, because now you're twisting the words with your tongue.
No. I know that I know that you're 100% right. So if the Quran isn't speaking something entirely against the previous
It
scripture,
doesn't
then we do
even
take
say
it.
anything about prohibiting anyone from being killed. You're adding to it because you don't like it, but I don't really care what you like. I'm telling you the Quran confirms the Old Testament, whether you like it or not. It's right here. Now, since you're Sunni,
yes, 100%.
okay, now this is going to be even worse for you, Sahih Bukhari. Because now Sahih Bukhari is going to quote Deuteronomy 21-10 and Joshua 7 and 10, where God ordered Joshua, Yusha, to enter and slaughter all the Canaanites. And it says it's from your God, Allah. Sahih Bukhari, volume 4, number 353. So now tell me, well, I don't see it here either. Then I know you're wasting my time. Here. Narrated Abu Huraira, the Prophet said, a prophet among, see now what's interesting about your Quran and the Hadith, your Prophet don't even know the names of these people. For example, here, if you didn't know the Old Testament, if you don't know the Bible, you don't know who the two were, the two men that feared Allah. Then out spake two of those who feared the Lord. So if I ask you, who are those two men that said, no, Allah will be with us to fight the giants? Do you know who they are?
Yeah, you just mentioned their
But in the
names.
Quran, do you know who they are?
No.
So your Quran needs my Bible, and yet you're attacking my Bible, which explains your Quran.
I'm not attacking. I'm just asking questions.
I know. I'm saying you generally. Take it stuck for Allah. I'm saying generally. Don't take it personally, sister. Generally. And then here, it tells you a prophet amongst the prophets. It doesn't even tell you what prophet. It was Joshua, Yusha. Okay, now watch. Narrated Abu Hurairah, the prophet said, a prophet amongst the prophets carried out a holy military expedition. So he said to his followers, anyone who has married a woman, wants to consummate the marriage, and has not done so yet, should not accompany me. This is Deuteronomy 20, verses 1 to 20, by the way, and I'll show it to you. Here your Quran, your Hadith, I should say, Sahih, is quoting Deuteronomy 20. The command of God that when they enter Canaan, wipe it out, or when nations fight them, you can then attack them. Anyone who has married a woman and wants to consummate the marriage and has not done so yet should not accompany me. Nor should a man who has built a house but has not completed its roof. Nor a man who has sheep or she-camels and is waiting for the birth of their young ones. So the prophet carried out the expedition. When he reached that town at the time or nearly at the time of the Asr prayer, he said to the son, O son, you are under Allah's order and I'm under Allah's order. Allah, stop it, the sun from setting. This is Joshua chapter 10. The book of Joshua, which chronicles Joshua entering Canaan to wipe out everything that breathes. I'm going to show it to you. It was stopped till Allah made him victorious. Then he collected the booty and the fire came to burn it, but it did not burn it. He said to his men, some of you have stolen something from the booty. So one man from every tribe should give me a pledge of allegiance by shaking hands with me. Now this is referring to Joshua 7. They did so, and the hand of a man got stuck over the hand of their prophet. Then that prophet said to the man, the theft has been committed by your people. So all the persons of your tribe should give me the pledge of allegiance by shaking hands with me. The hands of 2 or 3 men got stuck over the hand of their prophet. Again, doesn't tell you who it is. It's Joshua. And he said, you have committed the theft. Then they brought a head of gold like the head of a cow and put it there. The fire came and consumed the booty. The prophet added, then Allah saw our weakness and disability, so he made booty legal for us. Okay. He just quoted your prophet, Deuteronomy 20, verses 1 to 9, and Joshua entering Canaan to wipe out the Canaanites, Joshua 7 and 10. And your prophet said, these were ordered by Allah, jihad fi sabil Allah. And let me show you the story about the sun, so you don't think I'm making it up. He said to the sun, "Oh sun, you're under Allah's order, and I'm under Allah's order. Oh Allah, stop it from setting." It was stopped till Allah made him victorious. Now let's see what he's quoting. All right. So if you have a problem with these Old Testament wars, your prophet didn't. So are you a Muslimah?